Welcome everyone. Today we'll talk about competency-based applications. Exactly speaking about, I'll just give you an overview of an applications, a sample of work about it, and you need to understand how does competency-based application actually look around and what are the essential attributes, qualities, characteristics that it needs to have possess altogether. So what competencies or which competencies are we talking about it? So let us talk about a management intern, absolutely a basic level employee who is just probably his or probably her first job altogether, is responsible for various duties under the guidance of their role managers or the reporting managers. Now, what are the duties and responsibilities? Management interns or the trainee has to work in different departments of the organization, ranging from human resource to IT. In between can be production, in between can be inventory, in between can be sales, in between can be finance. You name it, and we can have every number of it. Has to adapt himself to working to different sets of people. Yes, different sets of people means different style of working. Please understand, in different department, different expectations altogether. Maintain a duty main duty is to gain knowledge as to the operations of each department and how does it integrate itself in the organization. Has to become aware of the international policies, practices of the organization, the ethos, the values, the transactional things that the organization is involved in. Has to spend time observing experienced staff of the organization in order to learn about the necessary methods and procedures. Has to evolve the senior management setting goals and objectives. Monitor progress with the help of key staff of the organization. Learn about the inner workings of different departments of the organization. Communicate with everyone. I recommend communicating with everyone to understand their perspective of the work, around the work, and be sensitive to the requirement of the cultural differences. Skills and specification, it is important for a management trainee to have excellent interpersonal skills. Should be able to pick up things and threads for any and every communication and contribute healthily towards it. Should be quick learner, have a desire to gain knowledge, being self-confident, approachable, possessing leadership skills are very important. Be resourceful and well organized as the case might be. Education and qualification, probably a part of an accredited program that one needs to go around it in business administration if possible. So we have spoken nothing about everything about communication. We have spoken about emotional intelligence and team management. So essentially, a person needs to be emotionally very viable, very communicative, and should be able to pick the fine nuances of communication, body languages per se. Talking about body language is how you react, and that is all about emotional intelligence. It is the part of you which can understand what is actually happening in the environment. So that is what emotional intelligence is all about it. And then probably is your team management, when you can promote or motivate the team to work coordinately towards achievement of the goals per se. That will lead to a happy customer services. We talk about teamwork, we talk about adaptability, we are talking about business awareness and creativity. So these are essentially 8 competencies which a person needs to go around it. I recommend communication, emotional intelligence, team management, customer service, teamwork, adaptable, business awareness, and creativity. Now, these are things that needs to be very clear as far as a management intern is all about it. Needs to be flexible, needs to be communicative, needs to be emotionally very vibrant, needs to work, blend within a teamwork, and so on and so forth. I recommend the STAR method. STAR. S stands for situation, setting the scene, dissecting the scene, interpreting the scene. Absolutely should be done in a split of a second. Next is the T, stands for task. What to achieve and how do you do it? What are the goals and where do you get it from? A is for action. Now, what has been decided? How it needs to be figured out? And that is what action is all about it. What courses of action is to be taken? How will you achieve that process? R is for result, outcome of action, and highlight success or failures per se, as the case might be. So yes, we are talking about STAR, situation, task, action, and result. Talk about hiring and onboarding process. If you look around it, the key phrases that goes around. See this things. I am sure about the skills which are existing probably, and the external resources which might be there. But what are we looking at it? We are looking at this point. Absolutely, this point. Why these needs to be developed, skillful materials to be developed along all together. So what are we talking about in the preparation stages? Gather information. In the post stages, creating your job posting, screen your candidates, interview them, behavioral interviews if possible, select the best qualified candidates and onboard them automatically. Now these are the key phases that need to be brought forward. And then we have a skill set. Absolutely, on a skill set, on the skill occupation deep, the knowledge, the technical skills, the technical knowledge, the skillful job posting, the skill based screening, these needs to be understood. Once the knowledge has been tested, the skills has been tested, what are we looking into it? The most important, how does it benefit the company? Application of assets. Asset out here in this case is a employee. So where can we utilize the asset in much more productive fashion, and that is what needs to go around it, right from prep, post, job skilling, using skill set, using assessment tool to screen candidate. Everything needs to be done around here. Every odd things. Use skill based to gather information. Use assessment tools to qualitatively assess candidates. Select them. Qualified candidate. Use insight to a new higher level, skill levels. Create a tailored onboarding process. Absolutely, that people cannot miss any of things of the organization, any happenings of the organization per se. So, overview of external based hiring, the most important thing that goes around it, where you actually ask a vendor to hire on your behalf. Now, that's what is an onboarding is all about here. So, this is where you need to go for career one stop or job description. A job description has to be minutely put in down so that everybody is aware, that your consultant is aware, the candidate is aware, the organization is aware as to what kind of resources or what kind of asset the organization is looking for. Enter the occupation, enter the location, enter the one stop jobs posting, everything in the position includes the section, the education, the qualification, the knowledge, the experiences, the work context, the work among the others, what kind of opportunities have been given. Give each section and each and every section as minute detail as possible. Remember, I'm just giving you one of the things which has been present as a career one stop.org. Please visit them and they will give you exactly replica of what needs to be covered. Then we have the competency model, which is the clearinghouse building blocks that comes around here, which separates competencies to three tiers altogether. One is occupation related, industry related, foundational. Foundational is organization specific as the organization values for it. Industry related, in the organization is working in a particular industry perhaps, and within that industry the person might not be working only in a part of that industry or part of that company. Let's say the person is working in the finance department but probably in a steel industry. So industry is steel, occupation is finance. Foundation is organizational basic in the company that this gentleman or the lady is working around it. So you need to give that competency model out there. Be very specific as to the major industry advancing. I've already said a finance guy is an occupational. Finance is the guy is an occupational thing. We are talking about the steel industry and probably the organization in which the company might be operating around, the values, the ethos, the system that goes around it. So accordingly, take the interviews, skills, prune the applicants, see the skill set, and probably have a good intensive behavioral interview to understand what can be what are the plus points of the assets. In this case, the employees is all about it. With this, I come to an end for this presentation. Thank you for watching this video till the very end.